What he really? Whoa, what? Huh. Interesting.
Get him, Brown. There you go, baby. That's what I like. Bitch.
This man in the middle of a game.
Hey man, when y'all doing that deal? Y'all doing it right now?
Yeah, we about to start. We broadcasting right now.
Oh, okay. I mean, yeah.
You good? You good? Uh, we'll bring in. You know what? We'll get your side of things because you just took a big L.
Yeah, I did, bro, man. I can't play with it. It's all good.
All right, man.
Everybody else just lost more than me.
Yeah.
It's all good.
Facts.
All right. All right. Oh, here go the song. So shut up, Dino.
Junkies, baby. Welcome to Madden Junkies. I would like to introduce to you the Junk Talk crew. Ready? AJ. Yep. J Riggs. TJ. Okay. A Scott. Yep. And I am Dino. Are you ready for some junk talk? Are you ready for some junk talk? Are you ready for some junk talk? We talking, niggas. Let's get ready. Don't get pushed before the push, nigga. Audible. Watch out for the hook, nigga. Throw that pass, don't get shook, nigga. I'ma play you like a rook, nigga. It's Madden Junkies, nigga, point one. Fuck with us, nigga, and gon' get it done. Player one, ready up. Player two, ready up. Are you ready for some junk talk? Are you ready for some junk talk? Are you ready for some junk talk? Let's get ready.
What up, what up, what up? Good people of Madden Junkies and those tuning in. We're back once again with Junk Talk, your weekly podcast for your connected franchise. I got the fellas in here with me tonight. We got Riggs,
What's good?
Dino,
What's happening?
T,
What's happening, Madden family?
AJ,
What up, man, junkies?
and it's your boy Sky, man. We back here once again. Talk about what's going on in the league. We had some things happen that we got to talk about. Some teams got on the field and did not show up like they should have. But before we get into that, man, we got Dino giving us some early information as always. Go ahead, Dino.
Hey, as some of you may not know, first of all, I want to say good evening, everyone. I know this podcast probably coming in as a surprise for most, due to the fact just a scheduling issue. We're having it on this Monday afternoon. But anyway, thank you for tuning in. Just wanted to get over the there's an end of the year rule that we have just in place for, guys who are trying to get their games played, but other guys may not have the opportunity of making the playoffs, so they really don't have the desire to play at this moment. Well, we put in place, I think, what was it, maybe 3 seasons ago, maybe 2 seasons left in 18. Correct me if I'm wrong. But it basically goes as if you play 80% of your games and your team does not make the playoffs, you will be eligible for 1 upgrade. That's not from slow to superstar. That's just 1 upgrade for 1 player. If he's quick, he can go to star. If he's star, he can go to superstar. If he's normal, he can go to quick, and so on. Just keep that in mind when you're thinking about trying to build for your team for the future. Keep that in mind towards the end of the season. Even though you're not going to make the playoffs, you still have an opportunity to help build for your team by playing those games. That's all I have on it.
No doubt, man. Again, we put that rule in, man, for the loyalty of the group, man. We know a lot of guys, y'all take time out of your schedules to play in these leagues, and we appreciate y'all being in the league. And I think it helps with team growth. It helps you learn about your team, and you can see maybe you have a quarterback that's right on the cusp, adding that extra boost to him, man. That could be it, or whatever type of player it is. That's the main reason why we do it. Something we just added, like Dino said a couple seasons ago, to end of 18, just because we don't want guys just out here just completely tanking for high draft picks, things of that nature. So we appreciate that, Dino. We'll get into our games of the week from last week. Unfortunately, both those games were Sims. It was the Eagles versus Cowboys, and it was the Raiders versus Steelers. Scheduling issues came up. Neither of those games got played. So the outcomes are what the outcomes are. I mean, I know all players wanted to play their game, but hey, life happens. Such is life. Nothing you can do about it. They're all fair sims. No, they weren't. One was a fair sim, one was a forced win. Nature to be.
Congratulations to the Eagles on the I didn't mean to cut you off on his anniversary.
No doubt. Then week 15, our 2 games of the week have already been played. The Cardinals versus Falcons. All right, I'm not too ego driven to be an asshole. I can be humble. I can be honest. And honestly, it's still fuck the Cardinals. I don't give a fuck if they blew them out or not. I still think they're not a good team. So that's where I'm coming with that.
Uh-oh.
They won 42-6. They blew out the Falcons, man. I did say that I thought their first real test would come against the Falcons. Falcons came out there and shit the bed. Let's just call it what it is. You went and paid all this money for these players, and you got 2 field goals up. 2 field goals. So yeah, I'm gonna talk bad about the Falcons right now. You paid all this money, made all these trades to put up 6 points. That's all I got. I don't think the Falcons... I say the Falcons definitely lost this game. Again, I'm not impressed by the Cardinals. I'm just not. I'm going to leave it at that. Then our other game of the week, another blowout, Houston versus the Jets. But on with us tonight, we do have the Jets user, Matthew Penn. What up with you, man?
What's up with it?
So I mean, we looked at. I mean, let's before we even get to this game, man. We can talk about the beginning of the off season when you made what many deemed to be. I'm gonna just be honest. Many deemed it to be a stupid trade. He gave up Sam Darnold for a 2nd round pick, but. With that being said, the man is what, 9-2 right now?
No.
10-2? I know you only have 2 losses, right? 10-2 right now?
11-2.
I think 11-2.
11-2. Excuse me, 11-2. So obviously that trade wasn't as big of a bad trade as we thought because Washington is not even in the playoff chase, much less a division race. So
much as I not mean to cut you off.
No, go ahead, man.
All the people that said something about it, look at their record and look at mine. You know what I'm talking about?
Hey, you know what? You got a great point. You got a great point, man. I was one. I'm not gonna lie again. I'm honest about mine. I thought it was a bad trade, but at the same time, you got to get on the field and play your games. And obviously, you a good enough user to be 11-2. You good enough user to be 11-2, and all you can do. Well, the one thing we always say, I know we always talk trash about people's records and who we think is good or not. All you can do is play who's in front of you. So we can't tell. I can't take nothing away from what you're doing with this Jets team. I mean, obviously you done figured something out to be 11-2. You're running that division. I think we can see that probably for many moves to come. I don't think there's any real competition in that AFC East. But
AFC least.
I mean, you doing what you're supposed to do, and that's win the division, man. But tell us how you think your season's been going so far, man.
Good. It's been going good.
No doubt.
I've been having fun.
Okay, no doubt. I mean, you definitely possess a great running game, man. We see you doing your thing with the running back, kind of running back by tandem.
Man, my running back got hurt. Man, I've been losing a lot of people, man. You know what I'm saying? My quarterback got hurt.
Oh no.
Man, but he be back in the playoffs. We're gonna be expecting him back in the playoffs. So
Okay.
we ain't worried about it. He needs to sit out anyway. Rest up.
Nah, that's
He'll
true.
be ready when the playoffs get him.
No doubt. Now, you were game of the week this week against the Texans. You know, definitely a matchup you could possibly see again in the playoffs. I mean, it looked like it wasn't out of reach until that fourth quarter hit, and it's probably you trying to play catch up. And that's the nature of the game when you try to play catch up. If you don't hit them, it can go the other way real fast.
It was kind of hard to figure dude out. Well, at first it wasn't, you know what I'm saying? But at the end, man, he started doing some stuff. I ain't gonna put him out there like that. But I know what he did. He know what he did. And he know he gonna have to. I hope he see me again. I pray to play him again. Yeah, I got something for that.
That's what I like to hear. That's what I like to hear. You take this loss in stride, but you understand what
made it so bad. What made it so bad? The guy that just joined the league, Q. Me and Q done played in leagues before, and you know what I'm saying. He told Q about what happened, how he beat me, and all that. So I'm looking. I want to play Q too. I'm gonna put something on his head again. I'm thumped on him already.
Oh,
yeah. So.
Okay.
Y'all seen why I was laughing on that comment post?
Yeah.
It's because of Q. I know him. Me and him cool. So
okay.
That's some good divisional matchups.
Okay. Well, then maybe I'm wrong. Maybe there is gonna be a little competition in that AFC East. Then
y'all gonna see each other twice a season.
That's why he tried to slick. He slick joined because of his friend. Him and Jeremy real cool. And then again, he joined because he really want to see me again because I done touched him up twice. You know?
Oh, yeah. That's what I like to see. I love seeing division rivalries happening all across the league, man. That's definitely a good thing to happen.
I can't help it with the team I had to do, you know. So
right.
I'm just playing with them.
So what are your expectations for this year, man? You feel like this is a Super Bowl team? Or what? How you feel like this season going?
I ain't gonna say all that, but it could be. If they don't come out and play right, I go.
Okay.
Yeah, I go. Yeah.
Okay.
It just depends.
No doubt. Because
I ain't backing down from them.
Hey, that's what's up. You can't. You gotta get on the field and prove your worth. No doubt.
Yes,
no doubt.
Yes, sir.
So 11-2, man. You feel like you're gonna finish up this season with those 2 losses?
Yeah, I don't think I'm losing no more. Yeah, I looked at the schedule. I might have one more tough game, but I ain't gonna lose it. But it'll be tough for me. But the rest will be a cakewalk.
Okay. Oh, wait a minute. Oh, next week is that the game you talking about? Or are you saying you're not even looking at that game versus the Packers?
All right. Oh no, I ain't worried about him.
Glad you said that.
There you go.
You got to show me.
I will come and go into the playoffs limping.
No, I ain't worried about
that. Hey, ask the Cardinals what happened to his quarterback.
That's the Cardinals.
Ooh. He said he got a line that can actually protect his quarterback. I think is what he's trying to say, T. He's saying you ain't gonna be able to get to his quarterback.
Hey, who that? The Cardinals ain't that? No, that ain't that's Desert too.
Nah,
Who's that the Cardinals?
Cardinals is Buck.
I ain't worried about Green Bay though. The only team I fear they gotta play is the Patriots. If you want to be honest.
Okay. Understandable.
He give me a tough game. Yeah.
Understandable. So T, he's saying you ain't even on the radar. He looking past you to the last week of the season.
I appreciate that. I appreciate it because I don't have nothing to lose. I got my draft pick secure. I ain't got nothing to lose.
Right.
No doubt. Okay.
But we'll see when they advance. You know, I'm free 5 Central. At the advance, 5 Central. 5 Central. I'll be ready. Rock and roll with you. We can get it.
That's what's up. That's what's up. That's what we like to hear, man. And I mean, good luck the rest of the season.
On podcast.
I hear that. Man, we appreciate you coming on, tell us about your season, man. Good luck the rest of the season. You know, 2 games left, playoffs coming up. We know you'll be there because you've definitely clinched a spot. Now it's just a matter to see where the rankings fall out at and where you fall.
Yeah.
And if you get that home bye, or if you're gonna have to take it from the wild card on.
Either way, man. Good luck. Good luck, bro.
Hey, Pete.
What up?
I just want to remind you, you actually got to see me twice.
Who is this?
That's
this T.
Yeah.
You
got to see me at 2.0 again too.
That ain't nothing. You already know. Hey, that first game we played, bro, I was a little rusty, but I done got way better now. So if you ain't got no better, then you don't want it.
Okay. All right.
Hey, I done heard about you, bro. I ain't gonna even talk on the podcast about you. Right? I ain't gonna do you like that, bro. Good. Hey, I'll see you when I see you, man. We'll talk about it.
Okay, man.
Oh man, that's what we like to hear, man. It's all fun here, man. We just having a good time, but that's what we like to hear. That competition. Man, we're gonna take a quick look at these award races, man. Looking like Coach of the Year probably gonna go to the Cardinals at 13-1. I doubt if they lose again, and they're sitting at number 1. Jets are right behind them at 12-2 as for Coach of the Year, but I think it'll end up being with the Cardinals. MVP, you got Blake Bortles, Lamar playing 1 and 2 with Perriman at the 3rd. That'll be an interesting race to see how that ends up. That's gonna be interesting.
Oh, we finally overtook Lamar.
Yeah.
The problem is, I don't think Lamar is gonna get much action.
Oh, is he hurt?
From here? No, he's not hurt. He's not hurt. He's just not gonna get a lot of action.
Oh yeah. People not wanting to play those games. Yeah, unfortunately that's the flip side of blowing people out. Sometimes people are like, "Nah, I'm good. I don't want to play right now." that's just how it go. There's people who have all ran into that boat at some point in time. But player of the year for the AFC got Lamar, Blake, and Le'Veon Bell. 1, 2, and 3. Defensive player of the year probably gonna go to Jalen Ramsey. That dude has, what'd you say, Riggs? 18 interceptions right now.
18.
18 interceptions, 7 defensive touchdowns.
Basically, don't throw to that side of the field, man. I don't know why people keep trying to throw on Jalen, and I don't understand it, but don't throw to his side of the field, people. That's not gonna work.
Miles Jack right behind him.
Yeah. That's
18 and
the season's not done. The season's not done. That's the worst part about it. Is he still has 2 more games. I don't think I've ever
seen one player with 18 interceptions in a season.
We saw it last Madden.
Really?
Yeah, the Dolphins safety from last Madden.
Oh, you're right. Yeah, you're right. It's a rare feat. So congratulations on that, man.
Yeah,
I just trying to keep people happy, dog. That's all.
Only time I ever went at Jalen Ramsey was when I had I can't even think of his name. But
so you talking about that big ass receiver?
I'm talking about Russell. Yeah, Russell.
Lonzo Russell, yep.
Lonzo.
Anyway, while we reminiscing, offensive rookie of the year, Lamar Jackson probably gonna win that. Defensive rookie's gonna go to Justin Reed of the Texans. Best QB, Blake Bortles and Jackson. 1 and 2. Best running backs, Bell, Collins, Fournette. And that 1, 2, 3 there. Receivers, DJ Shark, Nelson from the Ravens. And best linebacker, Cole and Jack. Cole from the Texans. Best DB, you got Ramsey, and then Reed right behind him. So it's gonna be some interesting races, man. We talk about these awards because we want to know where all these points finna go. Because there's a lot of, if you win these awards, man, you can pick up some nice chunk of points for your player to upgrade and build your team. On the NFC side, man, for Offensive Player of the Year, Perriman, Julio Jones, 1 and 2. Defensive Player of the Year, Rudy Ford from the Cardinals, Sidney Jones from the Eagles, 1 and 2. Offensive Rookie of the Year, Darius Geis and Baker Mayfield at 1 and 2. That'll be in. I can't believe Baker Mayfield's a Giant. Should have been a Cowboy. Minka Fitzpatrick with the 49ers for Defensive Rookie of the Year, followed by Oren Burks from the Packers. Probably going to end up going to Minka. Quarterback, looking at Sam Bradford and Matt Ryan. One played great, one shit the bed this past week, so we know who's probably going to win that one. Running back, you got Gurley and then Zeke. Receiver, you got Perriman and Jones still. O-line, nobody really cares about, but the Cowboys leading that. D-line, you got Lawrence, Jordan from the Saints. Linebacker, Bradham, Sean Lee. DB, you got Sidney Jones and Adrian Amos. I'm just reading off the top two because these races are pretty much probably locked in for the most part. Coming close to the end of the season. Again, we just want you guys to make sure you get your games in. We go off playoff relevant games for these last few weeks. So if you do not get your game scheduled, and we can see that it's being scheduled, and you're not in the playoff race, don't act surprised if it gets pushed on you. If all the playoff race games of importance are done. I'm just being honest. If we don't see it being scheduled, I know sometimes people hit each other up on messengers. That's fine and cool. You better let somebody know, commissioner, or put it on the page that y'all are going to play if neither of your teams are playoff relevant, because we're trying to get to it. We're trying to get to it. So please keep that in mind. And we come to you today because we know these next few pushes we're going to end up in the playoffs, and I didn't really want to do one in the middle of the playoff race. We may try to squeeze another one in, another podcast in once we get to the playoffs, like maybe before the playoffs. I'll talk to my team and see what we can do and get one in, because we know it's going to be a fun playoffs, man. It's going to be a good time for people that get in, and for those that don't, man, you know you can always tune in to people's channels that are broadcasting to watch them play.
God damn.
So make sure you do that, man, when we post them. Go ahead, Dino.
No, I was just going to say, talk about when you said the playoffs, I just want to make sure everyone is clear that the home team, we don't ask you to Twitch during the season. You don't have to Twitch every game. That's your option. But when we get to the playoffs, the home team must Twitch unless you agree that the visiting team is going to go ahead and Twitch. But somebody in the party must switch. And if by default it's the home team. So just know that you need to get that under wraps before the playoffs if you're a playoff team.
Absolutely. And if you don't have a Twitch channel, you can hit up any of the commissioners. We can walk you through. It's not that hard to set up. Whether you want to broadcast on Twitch or YouTube, it's not hard to set up. It's really literally a push of a couple buttons. Literally. And before we get out of here, man, y'all got anything y'all want to discuss or talk about?
Yeah, while we're talking about the playoffs, post came about on our page earlier today saying that other than the Cardinals and the NFC, there's nobody of relevance. And so I want to ask you guys if does anybody agree, or who do y'all feel is up there?
Well,
I'll
other than
start.
the Cardinals.
I'll start.
I'll let Scott start.
Cardinals ain't shit. don't nobody care about the Cardinals. You still ain't played nobody. Unfortunately, the Falcons shit the bed. Because no way you put that much money in a team. You don't put that much money in a team to put up 2 field goals. I'm sorry. That's hot trash. Falcons were hot trash. Left on a hot summer day in Texas where the heat is 110 degrees and a trash man said, fuck picking up the trash. I'm just going to let it sit here and simmer. That's what the Cardinals were. I mean the Falcons. But the Cardinals are right there with them. I think they're both hot trash. I feel like you can, if you do not make adjustments, you're not going to beat anybody. I don't care if you playing an 0-12 team. If you don't make adjustments, you ain't going to win. And when you're literally not making any adjustments, you deserve to lose. So, Falcons got beat. That's what happens. Now, as far as teams that I think are relevant, I think the Saints. And I think it comes down to what Dino said. If he plays the rookie or if he plays Drew Brees will depend on what happens with that player. That's all I'm going to say about that. The Cowboys.
That's right.
The Cowboys, it's any given Sunday with us. Anytime we get on these sticks, we feel like we can beat anybody we play. So I'm never irrelevant. I'm Mr. Relevant. If I got to come to your stadium or you got to come to Cowboy Stadium, it's going to be a game. You ain't going to be no 42-6. I guarantee you that.
Okay. Chips.
That's it.
Let's go with Chips. Let's go with Chips next. Let's let Chips talk.
Man, until proven otherwise, that's his crown. Until beaten, we'll see in the playoffs.
Oh, look at these Texas niggas sticking up for each other.
You mad, bro? He got the best record over there,
Texas
bro.
ass niggas sticking up for each other.
If your ass is undefeated, I'll say it'd be you. But shit,
What
you
you-
got the
what
best
you
record
got?
over there.
What you got to say, T?
I'm agree with Jay Reeves, man. He is undefeated, but I'll play AJ. I've been around AJ for several battles. I know AJ can get hot, and I know AJ can win. So that's that.
Okay.
Yep. Also looking at it, out of all of Cardinals wins, only 5 of those came from teams with the winning record. So yeah, I'm gonna just throw that out there.
He's been playing hot trash. When you play hot trash, it's easy to look good.
I'll give my 2 cents in. I don't take nothing from the Cardinals because I think they're a good team. Because you can only play the teams that's in front of you. You don't make your schedule. Madden makes your schedule, or the NFL makes your schedule, whatever. The first season and then the second season, whatever is generated. But anyway, I think there is more teams in the NFC that can go to the Super Bowl than people are giving credit to. Man, the playoffs and junkies, to me, is just like a whole nother season. And it's whoever is coming in hot. I mean, one time, I don't know if y'all remember this, one time we seen Joel, barely make the playoffs, but he came in hot. And he won every game by a squeaker and won the Super Bowl. Do I think he's going to do that this season? No. But I didn't think he was going to do that season either. In the AFC,
Didn't he beat you?
yeah, he beat me. Remember, he beat me because the dude ran over.
He broke 2 tackles.
yeah,
Yeah.
Kick Lee.
Tackles. Yep, and one of the tackles was Luke Kuechly. One of the tackles was Luke Kuechly to win
He
the
had
game.
the Falcon. He had the Falcon.
Yeah. And
No, he didn't. He had the
And,
Dolphins.
He had the Dolphins.
he had
He had the
Yeah.
Dolphins. That was the Super Bowl. He had the Dolphins.
yeah, the Dolphins because Luke Kuechly hit him at the goal line and he just broke the tackle like it wasn't shit. But anyway, I'm going from that. And then in the AFC, I just think that the past is the past. The future is the future. There's some tough teams. I'm just excited to see a couple of these teams go at it because I already know nobody wants to lose. So this year I'm a spectator. So hey, I know that you got the Texans, you got the Jags out there. I don't want to miss nobody. You got the Jets out there. I don't really know where the Steelers is headed. Kind of going to somewhere else.
Ravens.
You got the Ravens, and you got one other team. I was thinking
The Raiders.
Possibly the Raiders. The Raiders. So with that said, I think whoever comes with the best game plan, it's only one win. It ain't the best of 7. It ain't the best of 3. So it's just one game. Whoever got the best game plan, I think gonna win. But the NFC, it's so many sleepers over there, bro. AFC is out in the open. The NFC has got a lot of sleepers. But I ain't taking nothing away from the Cardinals because I think he's a good team. And I think right now he's the front runner. But
Hot trash. I don't speak on hot trash.
Oh,
So to kind of piggyback off of Dino, does anybody see any dark horses coming about? Or
We ain't
y'all
a dark
think
horse.
it's
We
pretty
light.
much-
We real bright. Ain't nothing dark horse about this Cowboys
call
team.
it dark horse because the playoff picture to me is damn near set. It's damn near set at this moment. So
yeah,
like
AFC is pretty much set. The NFC with probably like a couple few losses, like we see some changes.
Word.
Well, I think the AFC set, like as far as teams in, it's just a matter of seeding for the AFC. But the NFC, like you said, there's a couple teams that can still hop into wild card spots. The last few weeks, man, we love the fact that it comes down to the last few weeks, man, because it means you got to go out there and actually play your games, and can't take nothing away from what the teams have done. Now, it's all out of fun. It's nothing out of spite with the Cardinals. I don't want nobody to get it misconstrued. It ain't nothing. I ain't got nothing but love for everybody in here, man. I just think the Cardinals hot trash.
okay. But that nigga is balling. He's balling.
Oh, he balling.
Ravens balling.
But balling, you can still be
Jags
hot
are
trash and balling.
Yeah, that's true. That's true. Texans balling. Jets balling. It's a lot of niggas out there balling. That's why these playoffs gonna be interesting to me. It's niggas out here balling. Competition is at an all-time high.
Yeah, very much so. Very much so.
Man, we might have a playoff spot on the line.
Who? All the NFC? Yeah, with somebody with a
between
winning, like with a super winning record.
Between
Yeah.
the 49ers and the Rams is gonna come down probably to the last game.
Do they play each other last game?
Yep, they play week 17.
Oh, nice. Well, that's just like that's probably
win,
that's probably game of the
win.
week. And then remember, Texans and Jags are last game too. That's a seeding battle. That could be possibly for a first round bye or a wild card, right?
Yeah, something like that.
Could be.
No doubt, no doubt. Like I said, man,
depending on how the Eagles finish out their season, they could probably
Hot
get
trash.
ousted out if they lose.
yeah, if they lose, I think they're out.
And
Possibly.
they still got to play the Rams, Texans. They still got to play the Redskins. So
What happened in that sin with Eagles, Dallas? I don't know. who
Dallas
won.
won
Oh, okay.
38-13. Same thing that would have happened if we would have played.
Come on, stop.
Ooh.
Stop.
Check. He had. Let's put it this way: if you up 19-3 at halftime, ain't no way you should lose that game, right?
Unless Madden
yeah,
happens.
And no, it ain't man happen. It's called user skills happen. And you end up only scoring 7 more points the rest of the game. Hot trash. You should have blew me out. Hot trash.
But ain't that what you said earlier about adjustments?
Yeah, and obviously he didn't make them. That's why I made the adjustments, and that's why he's hot trash. If I'm up 19-3 at halftime, ain't no way I should be losing that game.
Hate you.
Oh, I know. I know they
hate
do.
Oh,
They
they
absolutely
wanna
do.
When
And
they
that's the
beat
only
you,
way
it's
we
gonna
like
be
it.
like winning the Super Bowl.
And I
It's
love
gonna
it.
be
And
like
the fact
winning
that they think that's their Super Bowl means they'll never see a real Super Bowl.
Oh shit! I love nothing more when somebody beat me acting like they won the Super Bowl.
Exactly, because it means they never gonna see a real Super Bowl. You too worried about beating just me. Worry about building your team. Worry about becoming a better player instead of being hot trash up 19-3 and lose 26-29.
Come on, man. Come on. Come on.
Oh man, this season's so fun. This season's so fun. This is what makes it fun. If you can't talk trash,
but you got to get credit where credit's due.
What credit? I played him one-on-one. There's no credit to give. If I beat you straight up, I beat you. What credit is there to give? I have not played the Cardinals. I'll give him his credit for beating what's in front of him, but he ain't played me. Exactly. That's all I got to say.
Speaking on the inevitable, man.
But hey, who knows what's gonna happen in there in the NFC? But it's gonna be interesting.
Oh yeah, it's gonna be fun. It's gonna be fun.
Both sides gonna be interesting.
Yeah, because you got a lot, like you said, man. It's a lot of powerhouses over on the AFC, man. I mean, what you got? Three teams with one loss. Two teams with one loss. Two teams with two losses.
2 teams with 1 loss.
2 teams with 2 losses.
2 losses.
And you got 2 of them in the same division. That's tough, man. That AFC ain't no joke. You definitely gonna see a rotation out of there. But I mean,
definitely ain't no joke, man.
And we know one team that we know for sure is coming back, and it's gonna put some hurt on a lot of feelings next season.
I don't know who that is.
And if they don't, they need to get a team up because they hot trash too.
I don't even know who that is. We'll find out. Man.
Yeah, we'll see. We'll see what happens in this draft. Oh yeah, draft gonna be fun too. Draft gonna be real fun too.
Oh yeah, draft always fun.
But a good questions, AJ. Good questions, man. We appreciate you bringing that topic up. I mean, it seems every week. I'll put it like this, man. Every week it seems like we got to talk about the Cardinals team, so they must be doing something right.
That's what I'm saying, man.
They must be doing something
but
right.
AJ, how you feel? Scott and said what he's gonna do. Cardinals came on here and said what he's gonna do. Texans said what he's gonna do. Jets said what he's gonna do. He's on tonight. Who am I missing? Somebody else was on here and said what that. Oh, Raven said what he's gonna do. AJ, I don't mean to put you on Front Street. What you gonna do?
Barbecue or mule do?
I'm gonna just ball out on whoever.
Oh, yeah,
So
Mike
I think that pretty much sums it up.
Yeah.
Yeah, because he had Mike
I know
White
what
up
AJ gonna do. I just want him to let them know what he's
No doubt. No
I'm
doubt.
gonna just ball out on whoever.
For sure. Again, man, we appreciate y'all tuning in with us tonight. I know it's an early one, but it'll be up for y'all to listen to. We're going into these last couple weeks. Like Dino said, man, who can get on a hot streak? Who can stay on a hot streak? Who can get on a hot streak? Because sometimes momentum's huge when you can go in with your players on high confidence, man. Some of you guys will probably be getting some good players you need back. And hopefully nobody loses any good players. Because I don't want to lose to anybody that, quote-unquote, don't have they player on their team because they hurt. Because I don't want to hear no talk when I beat them. And I call them hot trash on the podcast.
hot trash. That's the word of the season. Word of the season now is hot trash.
Yep. Absolutely. All right, man. We're going to go around with these final words. T, man, what's your final words for us?
The playoffs gonna be interesting.
No doubt. Riggs, what you got?
Ain't shit shaking with the leaves and the trees.
This nigga. Dino.
Hey, week 17 gonna go real quick because if you ain't making the playoffs, you playing the playoff team. Y'all know how we get to it. So get them games scheduled, get them played because these last couple of weeks about to go real fast.
No doubt.
Time to get to it.
No doubt. AJ.
Kamara will be back next week, so niggas better be ready.
Oh boy. Right on, right on. All right, man. This has been Sky. You've been listening to Junk Talk with us this evening. We appreciate you tuning in. And one time for the one time. How about them Cowboys?
Oh, hell no.